Hello everyone, today I am Rishabh Bhardwaj, Assistant Professor from the Mechanical Department, taking this lecture. Today in this lecture we will study about the psychometric. Psychometry from the subject thermodynamics or known as the applied thermodynamics. In this lecture we will learn about what is psychometry, what are the properties of psychometry, then the psychometric processes and the psychometric charts with their applications. Let's start with the psychometry. What is psychometry? Psychometry is the science which deals with the physical law of air and vapor mixture. When designing an air conditioning system, the temperature and the moisture content of the air to be condensed, and the same property of the air needed to produce the desired air conditioning effect. In other words, we can say that psychometry is the study of moist air or mixture of dry air and water vapors. Now we have the properties of psychometry. The properties that are to be considered, that are the dew point temperature, relative humidity ratio, dry bulb temperature, wet bulb temperature, humidity, specific humidity, absolute humidity, and the psychometric ratios. Let's start with the dew point temperature. The dew point is the temperature at which moisture starts to condense out of the air. It's called the dew point. Dew point is also known as saturation temperature, as the temperature is determined by moving from a straight point horizontally to the left along lines of constant humidity ratio until the upper curve and saturation temperature boundary is reached. Dew point is a condensation occur at the dew point temperature. Next we have a relative humidity. Relative humidity, it is a ratio or the comparison of two humidity. It is the amount of moisture that is given amount of air is holding, and with the ratio of amount of moisture that a given amount of air can hold. The humidity ratio is actual weight of water in an air or water vapor mixture and the amount of moisture per unit of dry air. It can be determined by W is equal to M by G. Next we have the dry bulb temperature. The dry bulb temperature is the temperature indicated by the thermometer that exposed to the air in a place sheltered from direct solar radiation. The term dry bulb is customarily added to the temperature to distinguish it from wet bulb and dew point temperature. Next we have wet bulb temperature in this category. The wet bulb temperature is the temperature that has been recorded by the thermometers when the bulb is enveloped by cotton wick saturated with water. The accuracy of a simple wet bulb thermometer depends on how fast air passes over the bulb and how well the thermometer is shielded from the radiant temperature of its surroundings. This is a dry bulb which is used for the temperature measurement for the human body. And second, we have a wet bulb temperature, by which we have a wing over it by which it will be get dipped into the water. Then we have a humidity. Humidity is the amount of moisture present in the air. It is a ratio of water vapor present in the dry air. We have two type of humidity. First is specific humidity and second is absolute humidity. Let's start with the specific humidity. The specific humidity is defined as the proportion of the mass of water vapor per unit mass of the moist air sample. It is closely relative to the humidity ratio and always lower in value. And the absolute humidity, the mass of water vapor per unit volume of air containing the water vapor. This quantity is also known as the water vapor density. Next we have psychometric ratio. This psychometric ratio is the ratio of heat transfer coefficient to the product of mass transfer. Coefficient and humid heat at the wetted surface. It may be evaluated by the equation R equal to Hc by Ky/Ks, where R represents the psychometric ratio, which is dimensionless, and Hc shows the convective heat transfer coefficient. Ky represents the convective mass transfer coefficient, and Cs determines the humid heat. Next we have psychometric processes. For the psychometric processes we have the sensible heating, sensible cooling, humidity, humidifying, adiabatic cooling, adiabatic mixing. These are the types of isometric processes. Next we have the psychometric processes. First we are taking the sensible heat. The sensible heating is the addition of heat to the moisture or to the moist air without the addition of moisture. It follows the constant humidity ratio line on the psychometric chart. In this diagram you can see that heat is added to a block which having the mass m1 and m2. Inward is m1 and outward is m2, and the inward temperature is T1 and outward temperature is T2. Here enthalpy is H1 and H2. It shows that the heat added from the phase 1 will transfer to the phase 2, and due to which it will respond to the humidity ratio or sensible heat change the sensible heat. It shows the thermodynamic relation that Q is equal to mCp dt. And dry bulb, here we have a dry bulb temperature which are increasing where the work done by the process 1 and the 2 are constant. Sensible cooling. It is the removal of heat from the moist air without the removal of moisture. It also the constant work on the psychometric chart. Here you can see that heating and the cooling process of addition or removal of sensible heat without changing the absolute moisture content. Here the RH changes as temperature changes. You can see in this diagram that cooling and the heating process are simultaneously aboard. That sensible heating shows the cooling and the cooling processes, the cooling process, and the heating, sensible heating and the cooling will reflect the others. Then we have a cooling and dehumidifying. Dehumidifying means removal of air vapors or water vapors from the air and make the air dry. It is the removal of heat and moisture from the moist air. It involves a sensible and the latent heat transfer. You can see in this figure that some quantity M, T and H is entering to the from the phase 1 and goes to the level 2, that is M2, where heat is removed from the system. Then the dehumidifying by cooling. In cooling coil, temperature of air reduces and the saturation point is reached, and the further cooling result in reduction of absolute humidity. This diagram shows the dehumidification by the cooling, by which ideal process and the real process have some deflections, and it shows a higher deflections, and we can calculate by the help of diagram. Then we have the heating and the humidifying. It is a process of heat and moisture to moist air. It also involves sensible and the latent heat, in which the heat is added to the system, by which we are able to heat up the temperature or add the moisture to the system. Humidifying is addition of moisture to the moist air without the addition of heat. This is a removal sensible heat and the moisture. If the dry bulb goes to the left side, it will act as a cooling, and if the dry bulb temperature increases up to the right side, that will be heating. And the humidity ratio, if increasing, then it will act as a humidifying, and decreasing in the humidity ratio will cause the dehumidifying. Next we have adiabatic or evaporating cooling. Adiabatic or evaporating cooling is a psychometric process which involves the cooling without heat loss or gain. The sensible heat loss by air is converted into latent heat in the addition of water vapor. In this you can see that the dry bulb temperature and the absolute humidity graph, where the saturation curve or the point lies. adiabatic mixing of moist air and the stream. A psychometric process that involves no net heat loss or gain during the mixing of two airs. In this diagram, you can see that from the inlet 1 and the inlet 2, two different air streams are added, and finally we will come to the end of third output. That governing equation is will be the summation of mh plus q is equal to the summation of outward. This is the systematic diagram by which two stream of mixing will shows. Next we have a adiabatic climate temperature or classifications. The first we have climate classification. It shows the various approximate zone of temperature and humidity on the psychometric chart. In this diagram, this is a psychometric chart. You can see the vertical lines are the dry bulb temperature. The horizontal line are humidity ratio or dew point temperature. The slanting lines are wet bulb temperature and the enthalpy, and specific volume are the slanted heights, by which we are able to get maximum numbers or different points or values at a given temperature and the humidity ratio. This has come to an end. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for the next. Thank you.